It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we'll see the Bears burner at wide receiver. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Bears and the Broncos, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Florida Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Bears and the Denver Broncos. Brandon Gaud alongside my good friend Charles Davis. And CD, for as much as the defender in you probably hates to hear it, the NFL is a league ruled by offenses, and we've got a couple of good ones about ready to do battle here.
Well, you know me quite well. Maybe one day I can get to be commissioner. I can flip that around a little bit. We can just talk about defense. But let's face it, we're talking about two units. They're ranking the top 5 in the league. So I think this might be a game where you forget about the field goals. You'd better finish your drives with touchdown if you want to keep up with the Joneses on the other sideline.
Gift to the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And similar to his nickname, Russell Wilson has a dangerous mix of skills, the ability to throw from the pocket and extend plays and throw on the run. Not to mention an absolute winner. Usually has his team in the playoffs competing for Super Bowl opportunities.
First play, Wilson wants to throw it. And his first pass is incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like a... And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack. Looking to throw. Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The Broncos send out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. It's fielded at the 45. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throwing the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now we're going to get a stoppage. There appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Second and 6 from the 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown, Bears! Mecole Hardman, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season, is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, they'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on their first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Wilson. Right back. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Wilson. He's got McBride here over the middle. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The numbers from McBride a week ago. 5 catches, 56 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is the #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 37. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And Charles, you think about this offense, it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation here, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now it's Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Now Wilson. Looking sideline, incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Bears will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Touchdown! Mecole Hardman. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 25-yard line.
He'll hand this to Williams to start things out.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9. Wilson.
Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 3rd and 2. Now Wilson.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he will have a Broncos first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again is Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
61 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Cox. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense will probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
On first down, it's Cox. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears have opened the lead up to 30. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
Now the try here for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early, but that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Open man is Duvernay.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Wilson.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Wilson.
Able to get this one to McBride. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go jet sweep here with Sutton.
Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That's the gain of 5.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams.
That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's McBride.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
On 2nd down, Williams. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try to run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
A gain of 3 yards.
Throwing is Wilson. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Elliott is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And some room to work.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's a give up the middle. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And he will have the Bears first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
This offense, #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and the run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Smith catches left side.
Complete to Irv Smith Jr. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he will have the Bears first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll run on first down. Cox. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. This offense on 3rd down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
119 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cox. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and 4.
At the 4-yard line.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. A huge win defensively there on the sack, setting him back 12 yards. And now 3rd and goal. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So more of the same here, CD. Not a touchdown, but 3 more points added on to their lead.
Yeah, it's been a total. Here in this first half, offensively, defensively, even the special teams have chipped in as he connects on the field goal. It may be a little bit premature, but I think the only thing they're worried about dominating now, the post-game meal.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Now Wilson on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
This one swung out to Williams.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, here's Williams. And down he'll go at the 25. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fielded at the 20. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Bears take over. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got Smith here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. We'll start our tour in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. And it's the Raiders who have the lead in the second quarter. The Raiders seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And they were winners in their ball game as they were able to handle the visiting New York Jets. Josh Allen, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Justin Herbert, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And they've had their way running the football, well over 100 yards already as a team with 2 more quarters to come. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
127 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season. And that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On second down, they'll run it here. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 35. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
Right back to him on first down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there, with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 17-yard line. Now Wilson. And he wisely will throw that one away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And down he'll go at the 25.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he'll just get rid of it. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
2nd and 10.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
He was brought down by Trickle.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
A gain of 4 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's complete to McBride. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Complete to Trey McBride. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Williams on the tackle. A gain of 1 yard.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
A 5-yard gain on the play.
On 1st down, Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 33. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, it's Cox, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Complete. A gain of 3 on the play. And the Bears first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Cox, and he'll go down at the 28.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
They'll drop to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
I'd have to say they're feeling like they are in rhythm right now. Things are in sync, aren't they? Team's winning, got a nice little margin on the scoreboard, completing some passes, and they just completed another one for a first down there to the tight end.
Now a play fake here on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the fourth quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Touchdown, Bears! A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bears continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson.
This will be caught. Judy.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. From the shotgun, Wilson.
Right back to Judy, and it's complete.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing is Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He was looking for Javonte Williams out of the backfield.
And it's 3rd and short.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down.
Open man is Duvernay. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. There's Wilson to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's McBride. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Williams not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. To throw is Wilson. Touchdown, Broncos. Devin Duvernay from 6 yards away.
And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Elliott good with a PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fielded right around the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown from 17 yards out.
And the Bears are pouring it on. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A gain of 10 yards.
From the gun, it's a run for Williams.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
From the 39, Wilson. Flushed out right.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
From midfield now, here's Wilson.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
On 2nd and very short, Wilson.
Screen play set up for Williams. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
On second down, a run with Patterson.
And down to the 36-yard line here. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Broncos send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw.
And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he will have the Bears 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Tackle at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Chicago,
they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0.
And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Broncos,
they fall under 500 now as they drop to 7-8.
And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.